Merry Christmas, all my YouTube followers and fans. Sending you joy, love, and peace and season's greetings from Tremaine's Great Dishes. 'Tis the season for holiday favorites and delicious dinner ideas on this beautiful Christmas season. Today I have a special cake recipe, a chef special. I always make red velvet cake. Well, how about a Christmas velvet cake? This Christmas velvet cake is not only going to have food coloring, but it's also going to have green as well. So it's going to be a mixture of green and red, known as Tremaine's Christmas velvet cake. And also, we're going to do another slow cooked duck this year, just like we did last year. This time, we're going to feature some different ingredients this time for this slow cooked duck recipe on our show today. Well, I look forward to getting in that kitchen and cooking on this beautiful holiday season. So let's get in there and get cooking. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. All right, it's time to start making our green and red velvet cake. So what I'm gonna do here is when I do the cakes, you know how when you add everything together as you're mixing it, this time I'm gonna hold off the food coloring until I add them to the pans, and then we're gonna mix in the food coloring in separate, well actually bowls, just like this here, and then pour them in the pan. All right, let's go ahead and start making this cake. We need 3.5 cups of flour, 2.5 cups of, no, 3 3/4 of a cup of flour, yeah. 2.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. You need a half a teaspoon of 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of vanilla bean, but I'm gonna use vanilla extract. We need 1.5 cups of buttermilk, 3 eggs, 2 cups of oil, and 1.5 teaspoon of vinegar, of regular vinegar, and 2 ounces each of green and red food coloring. That's about 1 bottle of each. And 1/4 of a cup of hot water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot water on the stove and boil it. Put here. And let that boil. You need 1/4 of a cup of that. So while that's going, we're gonna go ahead and get our rest of our ingredients all together. So now we're going to combine the cake flour and cocoa and sugar all together in a large bowl. So I'm going to mix everything together. I said sugar, didn't I? Well, we're going to mix everything else. The flour, baking powder, the salt, and we'll set this aside. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put together our wet ingredients. And this is very quick, very simple, and very easy to make. So all you're doing is just putting everything together. Yeah, cake is very easy. It's very simple, especially if you want to make it from scratch. So yes, if you want to learn how to make a cake from scratch, I encourage you to watch my other videos, other cake videos that I do here on the channel. My most recent one was the Thanksgiving carrot cake. You should check that video out and let me know how you like it. Because I tell you, that carrot cake sure was delicious. I enjoy baking, especially cakes from scratch. Okay. So we have the water going. Now let's go ahead and combine our wet ingredients. Got 3 eggs. We're going to add together our vanilla, buttermilk, and eggs and oil and mix together. What I like to do is mix everything until it turns into a custard. So now I'm going to do my sugar. So we got us a little custard going on here. Add our sugar in there, about 2.5 cups of sugar. All right, so now we're going to add in the vinegar in the food dye. But here's the thing. We're going to do the vinegar and not the food dye because I want to separate it before I do that. That way I can add in the ingredients first. Right, so here is how we're going to do that. We are going to take a separate bowl. And we're going to take, well, one way you could do it is this way. You could take a little bit of this out and mix it together, you know what I'm saying, like that, you know, just take a little bit of that out. Or you could put the flour, half of the flour in and do that. But we'll do it this way here. That way we have everything that we need. So I'm going to take a ladle if I can find one. Got one right here. All right, let's see. Oh, we got to mix the oil in there next. So let me do the oil first, and then we'll do that. So we got 2 cups of oil. We'll mix that in there first. That's it. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to add a little flour in there first. A little flour. Let's see here. All right, got my flour. Put a little flour in here first. And we'll split it up evenly and mix the rest of them. All right, so now I'm gonna make sure you scrape down the sides of your bowl. All right, so now I got my stuff separated. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the flour to both pans as I do it. So now, part one, we're gonna add the red food coloring, and in the other half, we're gonna add the green food coloring. So let's go ahead and all right, that should be about good right there. Hope that's good, because you know cake does rise. Part two, we'll do green, because this is going to be a 2-layer cake. And we'll put green in there. And then this one here will mix together just like this. All right, let me go ahead and clean my station up here. Add flour in. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. My measuring cup. And I'm going to probably transfer this here to a large bowl. Well, I think I can manage in this little small one here. this in here. And then you know that 1/4 cup of hot water, we're going to add that into the batter. But that's going to loosen the batter up some. And we're going to pour this into our cake pan. And we have green velvet cake. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour in that hot water and transfer Once your pans are all floured, go ahead and pour your cake batter into the pans. You can also do a 3-layer if you want to. Think I should do a 3-layer? All right, 3-layer it is. I'm gonna save the rest of this batter here and grease up a 3rd cake pan, and we'll just make a 3-layer cake. Oh yes, a 3-layer cake. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour my green velvet cake in here. All right, put just a tidbit more hot water in there. And stir this in there real good. And we're gonna put this cake in a 300 and I believe, yeah, 350-degree oven. And 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. All right, this cake is gonna turn out real perfect when it's all said and done. All right. And then the other cake pan is gonna have the red velvet in there. 3-layer cake sounds real good. Yes. 3-layer red velvet, green Christmas velvet cake. All these holiday festive flavors. All right, let's get these in the oven. Frosting time. We need 2 sticks of butter, 3 packs of cream cheese, 1 bag of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of, I don't know, what's that stuff called? Vanilla extract. And let's see what else. About 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, but I'm doing a sprinkle. All right, so let's go ahead and get our butter chopped up and make this frosting. All right, let's try a piece of this Merry Christmas red velvet Christmas velvet cake. See if it wins my mouth over. Well, it just won my mouth over. This green velvet, well, Christmas velvet, is delicious. And the taste is very festive and very Christmas. Well, that's our dessert. But now, it is time to make that slow cooked up. And you will see that coming up next.